Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. And I also want to apologize that I haven't uploaded a Life is Strange Dust or Waves Fury video in a while, but I've just been a little busy, with Assassin's Creed and that, and plus with housework and working as well, so, it's a bit tough at the moment, but I'm free now, and I plan to upload another Life is Strange Fury video tomorrow. Life is Strange Waves Fury video. Now, before this Fury video starts, I actually want to say one thing. I actually on Kickstarter because I like to pledge with some games that I like, and I got a free Steam code from the people making a game called Lust from Beyond. They did send me a Steam key for that game before because I pledged to the previous one, Lust for Darkness, and I also got this other one when I pledged money to the game again because I haven't actually played the first one, but I've seen bits of it online. So I still got to play that. I don't have a mouse, so I want to get a mouse so I can play the game. But anyways, in the top left corner, you'll be seeing the Steam key. All of you are welcome to use that whenever you want. Like, whoever gets it first, I guess, will be able to use it. The others won't. Okay, now that that's done, let's get into getting tongue-tied. Let's get into today's Fury videos. Sorry about that. Now, in case any of you don't know or are confused by the title why Max didn't attend Blackwell, I'm gonna tell you. So, I was rereading the comic last week and I was having a look through some stuff and I realized that Max in that never went to Blackwell. There's even a conversation, if you look when Max and Chloe are in that little cafe and there's Tristan and Paul, Chloe makes a remark to Max. She goes, like, you don't even have, like, I can't believe you read Victoria's blog or something like that. Even, like, you don't even have knowing her as an excuse. So this Max didn't go to Blackwell, and so I've decided to make a theory video about why that is. Because I want to make theory videos that are more than 10 minutes long, about 10 minutes or longer, but it's kind of hard because we don't really have much information based, like, you know what I mean? We don't have much theories or speculation or like anything like that. We don't know what Max's life was prior to ending up in this new timeline. But I'm going to take a guess and I want you all to let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, the first reason could be that, and it's kind of a weird one, but I guess you could say Max isn't interested in photography. Now, like, well, the Max of this timeline wasn't interested in photography at all. Now, the reason that she goes to Blackwell is, like, it's got the best photography, and she also wanted to go there to see Mark Jefferson, which, no, we blacklist him from our lives and from our hearts. He's the devil incarnate. Okay, but moving on. So this could actually be a huge thing, because if you remember at the end of episode 3 in Life is Strange 1, Max travels back in time to when she's 13 and she stops William taking his car, so he doesn't end up in a car accident and dies. And at the end, when Max goes back into her original body, you see that she's actually a member of the Vortex Club, which she wasn't in the original timeline, and she's friends with Victoria Chase, Courtney, Taylor, Nathan Prescott even. And she's even and Victoria makes a remark. It's like she basically asks Max if she wants to go to the bathroom and smoke some weed. And that's weird because if that Max is smoking weed, like the one we know in the original timeline doesn't smoke weed, but this Max does. And if you look later in the episode as well, like if you move on to episode 4, I mean, you can see that there's also a few other things that are different. That Max stayed in touch with Chloe, while R1 didn't. And she's also more confident. And she's even, if you check the messages, she's actually fighting with her mum a bit when she was buying expensive camera equipment. Because I'm pretty sure Max's relationship with her parents, it's like, it's pretty good. Like, they have a happy relationship. And I still think the other Max still cares about her parents. But, like when you're at college and you're a teenager and it's like just, you get caught up in the drama and that. You're like the black sheep, you try to find a group to fit in, whether it's good or bad. Some people give in to peer pressure, others don't. So that could be one of the things. Max might not have been interested in photography at all, and that's why she didn't attend Blackwell. Now, the next reason another reason, this is the second reason, could be that Mark Jefferson doesn't exist in this timeline. Now, this would be very interesting right here, because, as you all know, Mark Jefferson is like another reason that Max wanted to come to Blackwell. It's even when you're talking to Chloe, when you meet her again in the truck, she's like, there's actually a dialogue option where she's like, yeah, I wanted to see Mark Jefferson too. So that's another reason she could have come to Blackwell, and he's like a renowned photographer, if any of you remember. Well, I don't know about renowned, but he was a famous, or is a famous photographer. I haven't played the first one in a while, but I'm pretty sure he used to be a famous photographer, and that's why he's teaching photography at Blackwell now. And I guess if he didn't exist, then that would be another reason why Max wouldn't want to go. Maybe she ended up finding, like, maybe this Max still didn't want to confront Chloe, and she still felt bad about not calling her all those years. Because it's actually mentioned when you're reading Life is Strange Waves, issue 5, Max is like going to Chloe, I'm sorry that I didn't keep in touch. And Chloe's like, you need to let that shit go, Max. It's like, I forgive you. It was a long time ago. So yeah, maybe Max, she didn't want to go to Seattle, didn't want to go to Blackwell because she might bump into Chloe at Arcadia Bay again. So she decided to attend another photography class in another place. Now, the third reason, I guess, is kind of tricky to pin down, but just bear with me. Okay, so this is what, like, I'm asking you to bear with me, okay? This theory here is that Max didn't jump into another body, because all the Maxes, basically, Max was saying in the Dust issues 1 to 4, all the Maxes are fighting for control, basically, and in the end, Max, like, she stopped resisting, and with the time flow and that, how it was affecting her, and just accepted it, and she ended up going into a new timeline. All the Maxes did. Essentially, this is what it's saying. So my theory in this is that Max, she didn't jump into a body, she created herself. Now, I know how stupid this is, but just hear me out, okay? So, since Max's powers are growing, and she's subconsciously jumping from one time zone to another, so who's to say that she couldn't, like, end up creating memories? Like, maybe she... Oh, God, I'm sorry, I know how stupid this sounds. Okay, so maybe when she went to this new timeline, she also created a bunch of memories based off her experiences, like, because every Max in every timeline is basically different. At least that's how I see it. So everyone has their own experience with their Max, with their parents, with Chloe, Rachel, Arcadia Bay. So maybe all the Maxes have different memories, and if they're all coming together as one, then they're able to spread their memories into the people that they know, and basically, they get they get these created memories. The people get these created memories, and so it's like they think that they've known Max like from whenever they met them, but really Max has just getting tongue tied. Max has just created these memories as, like, like fake memories. Like, I guess you could say, if you were to look at Kingdom Hearts, for example, that's one way you could look at it. How Naminé, she's creating these fake memories for Sora in the second Kingdom Hearts game called Chain of Memories, not Kingdom Hearts 2. I say Chain of Memories is the second game because it was the second one created. So yeah, Max could have done that. And I know it, once again, I know how stupid that sounds, but really, there aren't many things to go off. Like I said, we don't really know the extent to Max's power. It hasn't really been confirmed, or like, I bet you something crazy is gonna happen. Maybe Max can rewind time to make herself look younger. Maybe she'll end up fast forwarding time. Oh my god. Okay, that would just be stupid to be like, oh god, like, but it could be possible. I mean, it's time related. It's time related. So anyways, here's my fourth theory. Okay, so my fourth theory is this, which is the Prescotts either don't exist or they don't buy up Arcadia Bay. Now, once again, what do the Prescotts have to do with Max not going to Blackwell? Well, look at it this way. Blackwell, the Prescotts basically own everything in Arcadia Bay. They own the fishing docks, they own Blackwell, basically. And that's how Nathan, if you've actually read his reports in episode 3 when you're sneaking in the Wells office, you notice that a lot of teachers are making complaints. But when you see him, but when you look on the computer, Principal Roy Wells, or was it Ray Wells? I think it's Ray Wells. Yeah, Principal Wells has put that Nathan is an outstanding student and he continues to hold up the Prescott's prestigious name. The whole Prescotts are corrupt, so maybe if they don't buy Arcadia Bay or they don't own it or their influence isn't spread in there, maybe Max didn't attend Blackwell as well, because I know Blackwell has been around since the 20th century. I don't know when exactly, but because every action in this game has an equal or opposite reaction. So maybe if the Prescotts aren't involved with Arcadia Bay, then maybe Max doesn't go there, and that's really stupid. But like I said, I don't really have much theories. But there's actually something I do want to bring up real quick. I actually got a message a few hours ago from, and I really hope I'm pronouncing this right because I use Google Translate, and if I'm not, I apologize. So I got a message from Hisui Seto. I think that's right, Hisui Seto. And I apologize, and I'll start calling you Jade if that's wrong. Now, she puts this theory, that's about Max's powers, actually, and I want to make a video about this. Basically, she puts that, and I'm going to read this here. Max didn't go to Blackwell, right? Then how would she have her rewind powers? Remember, her powers were triggered by a traumatic event, aka, Chloe getting shot. There's no aka, I just add the aka. Just like Daniel's. Then how in this timeline does she have her rewind powers? If they were never triggered in the first place. So technically speaking, Max doesn't have powers, or at least I think so. Maybe she got her powers from a different experience in this timeline. I don't know, but it's a theory that came to my mind. Hit me back when you guys get this. Now that's really interesting because, I don't know the exact way how powers work, but it's a traumatic event. If we're going to get literal, then a person has to watch a loved one get shot and be traumatized by it. Because that's literally how Max and Daniel get their powers. They get their powers the exact same way. They both watch someone they love get shot, then their powers work. Okay, powers don't work. They use their powers for the first time. And I'm not kidding. You look at videos of episode 1 of Life is Strange 1 and 2, and you watch how Max and Daniel get their powers, and it's virtually the same. Even though it's different powers in a different scenario, it's basically the same outcome. They watch someone they love get shot, then their powers activate. And that's a pretty big one. And that's actually, I'm going to cover this in another video, actually. I'm going to talk about the Prescotts, because I got another theory video coming up that explains how Rachel Amber is alive, and this is actually one of the reasons involving the Prescotts, which I will be uploading tomorrow. Well, anyways, that's really it about my theory videos. I know it's kind of with the third and fourth theories, it's kind of just exaggerating there, but we don't have much info to go off, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what really happened with Max's powers. Did she travel to a new timeline? Did she create it? Did all the Maxes create it? I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you think about my theory video in the comment section below. Do you think I'm just talking out my ass, or do you think there's some logic to my theories? Let me know in the comment section below. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.